Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Zephaniah, Yahawahs, Yasha'Allah, aka Yah Mordecai, coming from Sith Lord Tiger School of Truth. In today's class is Israelite Earth, Part 4. Yahawah's truth, not Esau lies. Going into the firmament and the stars. Alright. So, last class, I went into it was like last class. I did Israelite Earth Part 1 and 2, Origin, Shape. Oh, the moving sun. Part 3 was the moving sun. Chopping you devils up, man. I told you, Esau, you messing with an assassin, man. I ain't gonna play with you. I'm a research, study, meditate. Research, study, meditate. Research, study, meditate. That's all I do. Research, study, meditate. You know what I mean? Meditate on precepts. Meditating on what this government talking about. I'm meditating and I'm researching, studying, and meditating on everything that anybody talking about, man. I got time. That's how I'm going. And I'm going to keep chopping you devils up. So what I got? This Part 4 called The Firmament and the Stars. About to show how what they've been saying about these stars is fake too. They've been lying about that. Then I'm going to go into the next episode, Part 5, going to be the firmament and satellites. To show these devils ain't got no nuclear power satellites up there, man. That they lying, or they even lying about that. This is a kingdom of lies, man. This whole kingdom is a kingdom of lies. And if we bringing this kingdom down, you know what I mean? You got to bring it all the way down. You know what I mean? We got to be leaving no doubts in the people out their minds that we the prophets of the Most High. Any question, you know what I mean? How you going to answer any question if somebody run up and ask you about the earth, flat earth or the globe, or do they got satellites up there? I was talking to my neighbor before I was setting up. He got to talking about a supernova and all that. I used to believe in all that stuff. I had to tell him, man, that stuff is lies, man. Stuff is lies. I was giving my god brother some edification on the ride here. We was having discussion. Me and my god brother used to have discussions when we was in the world doing our thing all the time about a lot of heavy stuff we be talking about. He was getting deep on something. I was giving him the precepts too. You know what I mean? Letting them know why he a social worker. You know what I mean? In that field. Letting them know why his clients losing their mind and stuff. You know what I mean? Because you can give them all the physical work, the physical power, couple dollars here and there, somewhere to stay, all this. But our people still got them demons in their mind from his kingdom, man. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. I seen the elder teaching outside, the homosexual. You know what I mean? He just was destroyed like a mug. It don't matter what you say to him. He ain't, man, when them demons get that far on them people, they not turning around. I ain't hear no Israelites yet say they woke up a homosexual, a flamboyant homosexual. Not no down low brother that still talk like this and he creeping. I'm talking about a flamboyant gentleman that act like a girl. Ain't no straight woman gonna want no man like that. So I don't care if you want to come to the car. You can't come to my school until you prove your spirit done changed. Till you come with a woman or something. To prove you're not gonna be in there lusting while I'm teaching or why somebody teaching or why we congregating. you hanging around with all these faggy thoughts, man. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. What else I seen? Seen the pull-up boys in Camden. They still living like it's the 80s out that joint. It's some spots here too. It's still like that. Minnesota Avenue, Good Hope Road, on certain little parts. It's spots in DC still like that. Still stuck back in the day. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, man. Just destroyed, Joe. You know what I mean? Um, what I was about to mention, man. Oh, I mentioned about the faggy being destroyed. I was on a bus, went to the post office to ship something out. You know what I mean? I got business on eBay. Went to go drop selling cactuses. I went to go drop some red Zada jumps. Went to go drop them off at the post office. Coming back, it was a stop before my stop, but I ain't caught the bus in the eon, so I ain't know when my stop really was. So I got up looking. Plus, I seen somebody outside I knew when he was a youngin' down Southwest. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna get on. Set back down. The bus was still right there. It was Eve sitting out there with this long, silky blonde hair, man. I think this is one I seen walk in front of my apartment building a few times. Walking that way up there to that bus stop. She's standing out there like she about to get on a bus. The bus driver pulled up, asked if she want to get on. It's like she had to think about it. Then like, nah. He was still right there. She walked up to the window and gonna look in the window and fan her head. Like doing her head like this, looking in the window. Like when how a woman be doing when they try to make sure they self all the way together. So instantly my spirit just was like another destroyed Negro, man. And I just had to look on the bus to see if anybody is saying what's going on with our community, man. Just to see if niggas just robots that sleep, they don't see nothing. So me and this young ox simultaneously looked at each other. And he was like, I mean, what was she looking at? Like, just like that. This ain't no street ox, man. Like a 9 to 5 ox. He noticed it and looked like me and him looked at each other at the same time. And he was like, I mean, what was she looking at? Like that. Because it was an astonishment, like the scripture saying Deuteronomy. Astonishment for a heart, man, for a sign and a wonder. Make you wonder why people just want to be like the white man and the white woman so bad, man. Because they destroyed it so bad and got the people, our people that sleep and dead walking out here like zombies. Looking up to these peoples like gods. When these peoples is trash, man. People's is dogs, man. And they fugitives and vagabonds, man. The Most High got a warrant for these people's arrest, man. You know what I mean? They just don't know what we've been woken up to do. You know what I mean? It's not a game, man. Out here, it's going to be a sad thing. You know what I mean? When our people see that the Most High ain't playing, well, we out there telling them. I teach everywhere I go. I ain't sitting on the sideline like no sideline reporter. I heard the elder say today, telling people stop being people that's sitting back like, nah, I'm trying to build a camp. You know what I mean? I got 2 young babies. It's taking me. I'm slow walking, but I'm coming with power. My classes got power behind it. You know what I mean? One man army had my little cousin. You know what I mean? But his mother rocked him back to sleep. I couldn't get my hands on him long enough. I was trying to move him in here. You know what I mean? Stuff ain't work out. He was woke and all that. You know what I mean? If I get my hands back on him, I'm pretty sure he'll fall in line. He's 16 years old. You know what I mean? Jai raised him when he was a little baby and stuff. Helped raise him and stuff like that. Washing him, changing his pampers, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Um, Yeah, but I don't care. I'm coming with power. When I first came in this truth, I ain't waste no time. I ain't turry at all. I dove in. I had to have my fringes. I had to be studying to know what I'm talking about. I was going out there early, battling Muslims, all that. You know what I mean? Because I've been searching for this truth since I was a kid. You know what I mean? Been looking for God forever. You know what I mean? Had him a few times, fell back to sleep. Was in the right direction, right in the room with him. I let him walk out. You know what I mean? Like that girl in the room, you looking at, you like, damn, she bad. She giving you the eye and all that. And you can't muster up the courage to go holler at her and she walk off, you never see her again. You always be thinking about that shorty, man. You always think back on that junk you could have had. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I'm coming with power. I'm not coming with no BS classes, man. I got minor classes, man. These my major classes right here. Only thing I'm lacking is a reader. And I ain't gonna find a reader that can read like me. So not really a reader, but yeah, I want a reader and a computer tech. I can figure this stuff out, but I need somebody doing it. So I'm gonna sync another computer to this one. You know what I mean? I'm slow walking my way. I'm on the incline going up. You know what I mean? Trying to keep my house in order. Get my wife understanding where mine's at. Because her understanding ain't nowhere near mine's, man. You know what I mean? You know, trying to get her spurred up the way mine's at. You know, she coming along. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's a battle. You know what I mean? The weaker vessel not going to just dive in like us, like how we is. Women that been out there in the streets and all that. These 9 to 5 women will, these green women, because they'll fall for anything and just dive in and just fit in because they ain't been mentally destroyed like a lot of these women that be hanging on a block with brothers and all that. They got that rough spurt. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta work with them on that. Everything else good. Cooking, cleaning, this to that. It's just that about certain little stuff. You know what I mean? You know, the contentious spur. I ain't have it. I don't care. My wife will see this video and laugh because she know. I puts that ass in her place. I ain't playing with no woman. In the world, I wasn't playing with no woman because I ain't grew up like that. I grew up, my grandmother was the closest thing to a righteous woman I seen, man. Never wore pants, none of that. She wore pants later on, like not too long ago, a couple years back. But ever since I was growing up, I ain't never seen her wearing no pants. Dresses. Got pictures with her with dresses and all that. Was sweet, humble to my grandfather. You know, they had little flare ups, but it wasn't nothing. Cause she a soft spoken, sweet voice type woman. She might say, "Oh, hurry, oh, whatever, this and that," or you know what I mean? Because my grandfather was in the war. He was hard. You know, had a rough spurt. When he had a stroke and couldn't talk, he'll be like, "Oh shit." She'll be trying to tell him something. And he'll be like, "Oh shit." She'll be like, "Hurry, I'm telling you." That's the farthest they got into what I seen. But she was everything that these scriptures say a woman supposed to be. That's how she was. She just wasn't wearing fringes. But hey, all the attributes of a virtuous woman. Yeah, was married to my grandfather for 50 years. This is on my mother's side. You know what I mean? On my father's side too. Both of my grandmothers still alive. You know what I mean? Them was them throwback women, man. You know what I mean? Even they starting to be destroyed now. They starting to just fit in and wear pants. And they was growing up. They weren't wearing no pants. You know what I mean? So what I got coming? Part 5, I said firmament and satellites. Then part 6 and 7 gonna be about the weather. Then I got the devil's medicine I'm bringing next, my next major class. I don't know how many episodes that's going to be. And then I got the Most High Yahawah versus Charles Darwin, a Freemason Edomite. You know what I mean? The devil's medicine class I'm going into this medical system to break that down. How that's all lies and witchcraft. This is a kingdom of witches, man. A kingdom of witches and warlocks, man. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Esau. Kingdom of witches and warlocks. I've been a warrior. Been a warrior. You know what I mean? I fall right in line with this truth. You know what I mean? I'm doing my classes first, build my classes up. Then I'm gonna start promoting, passing my flyers out. I pass my business cards out. I got followers. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm slow walking my way. You know what I mean? Because the scriptures tell you that seek patience when seeking the Lord. You know what I mean? Everything take time and patience. You know what I mean? But I know what the elders saying, because you got a lot of ones, they ain't going to go outside. I go anyway. I dwelt amongst the killers my whole life. The know-nothings. I mean, the have-nots. The thieves, murderers, and robbers, and whores, and swindlers. I done dwelt amongst them my whole life. And I was a good man. Still a good man. I ain't had that spur they had to be doing all that stuff like that. Lying, stealing, cheating. I used to hustle and all that. I was fed. You know what I mean? That's why, you know, I used to never have, because I always was giving stuff for free, giving people stuff, giving all my clothes away, just giving, just being nice in a evil, in an angry game. You know what I mean? You know, ain't no honors amongst thieves. I kept looking for that honor, and ain't no honor amongst thieves, man. You know, it's always little small stuff you peep with your man or somebody you hanging around. You know, you don't even trust them far as you can see them. You can't trust these dudes with you around your woman. A lot of little stuff. That stuff real. You can trust a man in your house around your woman and your kids without him saying nothing slick. You know what I mean? And him telling you, man, your woman job was looking at me, or your woman said this. It's a rock of snakes out here, man. You know what I mean? And first I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahawah, the God that created the heavens and the earth and everything you see. The God that's coming to hit the reset button on this earth, because it's a kingdom of lies. A kingdom of witches and warlocks, man. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And some honor to his son, Yahawah, the next king and ruler of this earth. You know what I mean? For giving me the faith, the power, and the strength. You know what I mean? The fortitude, the resolve to keep battling in this truth, man. You know, I had a rough, hard life. You know what I mean? And I'm still battling even in this truth. You know what I mean? Because he know I can handle it. He know my spirit's so hard that I can handle adversity. I don't crack under adversity. You know what I mean? I might get frustrated, but once I get angry, I get better. I'm one of them persons, like the dude on the court, and when he get mad, he start crushing, scoring a rack of points and playing out of his mind. Because when he got angry, that's me. Some people can't operate under pressure. Me, I operate marvelously under pressure. You know what I mean? You know, I'm the type like I can sit right there. Somebody can get shot or stabbed or something, and I be calm, patching them up, doing something instead of getting hysterical and all that like a woman. You know what I mean? 'Cause I get better under pressure. I get lackadaisical when it ain't no pressure. But when it's pressure, I activate. You know what I mean? So, you know, All honor to the Most High for this truth, man. So I told you, Esau, I was doing my earth class. I was mentioning it coming along. It took me a minute. I was doing other classes in between time because I had to start getting that jump together, man. What angle I wanted to come from. I mean, I already had all the precepts. I had the title, the precepts. I had everything. I just ain't had nothing formatted. You know what I mean? When I say I'm bringing a class, I know what direction. I got precepts. I just got to tune it up, add more precepts, format it, read over it, all that. You know what I mean? Classes that's major to me, then I don't want to really make no mistakes. You know what I mean? Like that. I want to give my all. You know what I mean? And this earth class, this is part one. It's 7 parts to this part one. These 7 parts is just one class. That's why I got it labeled episodes and not parts. You know what I mean? It's part one with 7 episodes to that part. And I'm gonna do a part 2. You know what I mean? Hopefully I have my video skills better, tuned up, have some doing the videos, whatever. However it boil down, I'm gonna keep teaching this truth, man. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna keep. I see the Most High rolling with me. You know what I mean? Answering prayers, all that, keeping this truth, man. Doing a lot of things I've been saying, man. A lot of things. And left memories in my mind to know he was walking with me in the world, making sure I was safe and doing certain things. Because I was out there, like I said, amongst the killers, man. Yeah. Rocking evil bands walking around. Well, I'm put it like this. I dwelt where the death angels dwell at. Put it like that. So this truth, this a cakewalk for me. Battling, staying in front of people, battling and all that. Dealing with Negroes, like I keep saying. I've been dealing with Negroes forever, man. Forever. So, like I keep saying, all superheroes need theme music. You about to get it in. About to get it in. I ain't got my usual on because after I cut the music off, that's gonna be it. I gotta do videos and break down. This is a serious play. I gotta really break down. Get my spirit animated. First, books we getting into. King James Version Bible. Apocrypha. King James Apocrypha. I got letters, videos, getting into it. I got books. I got many books. Get the spirit right. Alright. Let's go to Proverbs. Uh, Proverbs chapter 22, verse 17. Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. The Most High telling us, man, apply your heart to his knowledge, man. That's what he's telling you to do. For it is a pleasant thing, verse 18, verse 17. Bow down thine ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thine heart unto my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing, if thou keep them within thee. Thy shall withal be fitted in thy lips, that thy trust may be in the Lord. I have made known to thee this day, even to thee have not I written to thee excellent things, counsels, and knowledge. That's verse 20. Verse 21. That I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mightest answer the words of truth to them that send unto thee. So that's telling you the Most High revealing all this stuff to us, man. So when people come to us, we can give them the medicine, the answers they looking for about anything. I give you the answers to anything. Any questions, any advice you need, any questions about this earth, about their science, you wondering about, because you still trying to figure out, is Esau God or not? His science, is his science God or not? Man, I'm chopping all that stuff up. All of it. Any advice about your household, any of that stuff. Because I was that dude in the world brothers used to come to and get advice from. Because I've been scientific forever. You know what I mean? Far what the scriptures say about men that's exquisite in their knowledge, they understanding, they come up with exquisite words. That was me back then. The way I spoke and the way I broke stuff down. Brothers used to seek that. You know what I mean? Alright, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. So he said that he might know the certainty of the word of truth, that thou might answer the words of truth to them that send unto thee. So when people come to me, ask me about this earth, this one I'm going to tell them. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of things that are, namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements. Come on, man. Know how this world made, man. I don't need Esau telling me that. He done got away with his lies long enough. Now it's time for his head to get chopped off with this truth. I'm pistol whipping devils with this truth. I ain't playing. Let's go to Psalms. So I say the Most High giving me certain knowledge to know. Let's see why. The book of Psalms 147 and 5. Great is our Lord and of great power. His understanding is infinite. Let's go to Job. Book of Psalms, chapter 147 and 5. Great is our Lord and of great power. His understanding is infinite. Book of Job 37:23. Touching the Almighty, we cannot find him out. He is excellent in his power. Go to Sirach 18 and 1. Why is he great in his power? He that liveth forever created all things in general. See, all right, let's get some more. How he great in his power. Second Esdras, chapter 8, verse 21. Whose throne is intestimable. What does intestimable means? It means too great to calculate. Man, these devils can't calculate the Most High creations, man. It say whose throne is intestimable. And the word intestimable means too great to calculate. Come on, man. The Most High too great for these devils to calculate his creations, man. And come up with CGI and all this stuff brothers keep falling for, man. That's why he woke me up. I'm going to make it crystal clear to you. These devils lying. Whose glory may not be comprehended. Man, these devils can't comprehend the Most High, man. They keep giving you lies with green screen, CGI, all these little tricks. I mean, it's just what I say. Man, they're a bunch of witches and warlocks, man. Hypnotizing our people with this technology stuff. People thinking it's real science. Let's go to Job 37:23. 22. Fair weather coming from the north. Okay, 37:22. With God is terrible majesty. Let's go back to 20. Let's go back to 21. Whose throne is intestimable. Whose throne is too great to calculate. Whose glory may not be comprehended. Before whom the host of angels stand with trembling. Come on, man. They know not to play with the Most High, man. Let's go to Job 37:22. With God is terrible majesty. Man, these devils don't want to mess with the Most High, man. They know it. That's why they building all these underground bunkers and all that, thinking that's going to save them. Man, there ain't no escape. You done tore the Most High earth up. What he say? I'm going to destroy he who destroyed the earth. These devils done destroyed this earth, man. So the Most High said he going to destroy he who destroyed the earth. So it ain't no escape, Esau. Most High is a God of promises, man. He gonna keep his promise. Just like he said he was gonna send out black ass into slavery. He did it. He coming for your head, Esau. Why you think these devils scared of the prophets out there teaching? Why do you think you don't hear about no Israelites getting shot down on that? Like they used to shoot Black Panthers down, Muslims down, all these fake freedom fighters down. They don't want to play with the Most High prophets though, because they know the Most High true and living God that they don't want to play with. I'm telling you. Go to Sirach 43:29. The book of Sirach, chapter 43, verse 29. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. What I just read, let's go back to Job 23. No, Job 37:22. With God is terrible majesty. Sirach 43:29. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. Jump over here. With God is terrible majesty. Meaning he run his kingdoms, man, like a warrior, man. That's what it means. And he not to be played with. 29. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. Man, the Most High marvelous, man. Look at everything he done created. Gave us the whole earth and all that. So, I understand. When we was young and we used to mess up, my mother used to ship our ass down the country for being bad. That's what happened. The Most High God shipped our ass out of Israel, man, for breaking his commandments. I don't, hey, that's how I gotta go. You do the crime, you gotta do the time. We doing the time right now. Writing on the wall, we the chosen people. Can't nobody, we done invented everything. We built this kingdom up, just like we built Egypt, just like we built Rome. We built all of the great kingdoms up with slave labor. But why we at the bottom in every city? The writing on the wall who he is, man. Most High woke us up to go out here and tell the whole world what's about to go down. It's not a game. Let's go back to Sirach 43 and 29. It say the Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. Let's see why he's marvelous in his power. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, Lord Yahawah created the heaven and the earth. That's why he's marvelous in his power. Can these devils make a heaven? Can these devils create a whole another earth or heaven? No. So how somehow people be talking now, or if it ain't about science, it ain't about all this science garbage, man. This science mumbo jumbo. When the Most High tell us they science is garbage. Because this one scripture destroys Esau's science. It say in the beginning, the Most High God created the heaven and the earth. Come on, man. What science they got can outdo that one scripture? Just off the basics, he created the heaven and the earth. These devils ain't created nothing they use. They ain't even create the toilet bowl. They ain't even create the cars they riding around in. They ain't even create the refrigerator, the air conditioner, the cell phone, the internet. Come on, man. These devils is dumb, man. I don't know how brothers keep believing they science, though. But I'm not. I'm coming here to destroy you. I got small babies, man. I ain't got time for Esau indoctrinate my kids with lies that I can't kill. It ain't going down, Jack. Now while I'm still breathing. Nah. Let's go to 1 Samuel 2 and 3. The book of 1 Samuel. So I see elevate. Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 3. Talk no more exceedingly proud. Let not arrogancy come out your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge. Nah, he a God of a little bit of knowledge. For he is a God of knowledge. Nah, he a God of, his knowledge after Esau, the so-called white man knowledge. The Lord God is a God of knowledge. Let's see what knowledge he the God of. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth. Nah, the so-called white man created the heaven and the earth. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Nah, they science of accretion, rock slamming together in empty space, that created the heaven and the earth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions is weighed. Let's see what actions he talking about. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. By him, actions are weighed. Come on, man. Let's go to Isaiah 8 and 10. Telling you, Esau, you messing with an assassin in his truth. I've been studying science since I was a kid, man. You ain't got a pot to piss in, $1 to get on a bus, a token to play a game at the arcade. You ain't got nothing. You one of them kids with the paper clip try and trick the machine to get a game. I'm sitting there with a pocket full of quarters. Well, if I had to hustle them up, asking the elders out there for a quarter at a time, hey, I'm going in that arcade with strapped with change. That's how I was. Made sure I had my pocket full of change for the arcade. I ain't never been no good thief. Let's go to Isaiah 8 verse 10. The book of Isaiah, chapter 8 verse 10. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand. For God is with us. Let's go back. Take counsel together. They scientists, all these theories, Einstein, all these theories. Einstein, Copernicus. Who else, man? What's his name? Stephen Hawking. Man, all these devils, man. Isaac Newton, Hubble, James Webb, that new telescope they fake about to put up there. James Webb, that scientist. Come on, man. I have to study all these devils, man, in the world. What the scripture say? Take counsel together. They in they little think tanks, the CIA, because all of them is in cahoots with each other. The CIA, they top scientists and everything. And it shall come to naught. I don't care what science Esau talking about. He gonna come up with to get out of space. You can't leave this earth. What the Most High say? And it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand. What Kennedy say in 59? Oh, we going to space. We taking the hard things. What he say? We doing the little things not because they easy, because they hard. Man, I ain't never get there. I'm going to jump down to verse 11. For the Lord spake thus to me with a strong hand, and instructed me that I should not walk in the way of this people. They science, man. Don't follow they science. Saying, say not, a confederacy to all them, to whom this people shall say, a confederacy. Neither fear, ye their fear, nor be afraid. So don't join on to them and say, oh, I'm an American. You being Confederate. You gonna believe in their science, their medical system that's killing us, everything you gonna believe in. Isaiah say, for the Lord spake thus to me with a strong hand, and instructed me that I should not walk in the way of this people. Man, I'm not gonna follow these devil scientists, man. When I see this stuff garbage, man. When I can clearly see it. Where we at? Let's go to Psalms 33 and 10. Book of Psalms, chapter 33 and verse 10. The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. I don't care what the so-called white man talking about. He going into space and all this fake science. The Most High God say, the Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Verse 11. The counsel of the Lord standeth forever. The thoughts of his mind to all generations. Come on, man. We supposed to follow the Most High forever, man. We ain't never supposed to stop following the Most High God, man. Proverbs chapter 19. Verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. They science. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. Man, these devils can think of all these contraptions. Or we gonna build a space shuttle. We gonna train in water because they really know it's water up there. And fake like they training in water to balance because it's supposed to be zero gravity up there. Come on, man. I showed in my other video, ain't no zero gravity when they fake show they video of them on the moon. When they was kicking the dirt was falling back down like they was on the earth. Come on, man. The moon is 83% less gravity. According to them, if you kick some dirt, that stuff gonna float. It's gonna stay in the air for a long time before it come down. It's not gonna kick and come back down like that. I don't care if it hangs for a second or two and then drop. None of that. It's gonna stay up there for some minutes, maybe some hours. Because it ain't no wind or none of that according to them. So it's gonna be stuck up there in suspension for a while. You know what I mean? Where I was at? 19 and 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. Over and over, he telling you, it don't matter what these devils think they gonna come up with, think they gonna do, it's not gonna stand, man. Nothing they do is gonna stand. Nothing they do. Let's go to Isaiah 46 and 10. Book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Most I say gonna do all his pleasure, and I will do all my pleasure. Nah, he gonna do Esau pleasure, and I will do all my pleasure. Let's read it over. Saying, my counsel shall stand. Nah, the so-called white man counsel gonna stand about these lies about this globe and all that. My counsel shall stand. Nah, these devil signs gonna stand about them going to the moon and going on the earth. It's other planets. It's other stars. It's more suns out there. When the most I tell you, the suns and the stars is two different things. The stars don't give you no heat, just the sun. And I will do all my pleasure. Come on, man. The most high pleasure is what he gonna do. He gonna do his pleasure. Let's go to Obadiah 4. Okay, let's go back. Proverbs. I ain't read that. Let's go back to Proverbs. Proverbs 19 and 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Let's see. Obadiah 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. Then when they supposed to fake landed on the moon, then they say the eagle has landed. Man, these devils know who they is, man. They some cave dwellers. And though thou set thy nest amongst the stars. So they fantasizing about going to the moon, because what the Most High God say? There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. Nah, this gonna stand. Though thou set thy nest amongst the stars. Know thou set a base up on the moon. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord shall stand. But these devils ain't been off this planet, man. Keep falling for these Ponzi schemes, man. They keep running. I keep seeing these devils on late night. The fake Jews. I just seen Nate and Yahoo bragging about how them fake Jews about to run the world with innovation and all that. You know what I mean? But every night I see infomercials where they begging for $25. They was doing it all Passover, begging for $25. So they can get some unleavened bread. Come on, man. Let's go to Proverbs 21 and 30. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord Yahawah. Nah, Esau can come up with a think tank and his wisdom, and they can combat the Most High. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord. Now, Copernicus got wisdom and understanding that can refute with the Most High scripture, the Most High God's scriptures he gave to us. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord Yahawah, man. Isaiah 46 and 10. The book of Isaiah, chapter 46, verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Man, the Most High gonna do what he want on this earth, man. And you can't do nothing about it. It's all in the scriptures. Esau ain't nothing but a flunky, man. Let's see what counsel gonna stand that the Most High say gonna stand. His counsel, that's gonna stand. Let's go to Acts. The book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 26. And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth. Nah, he made men to dwell on the moon, on Mars, on other planets. And made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth. Now he made men, he gave men an option. If they ain't satisfied with the earth, they can go somewhere else. They can come up with plans and build a spaceship and they can go somewhere else. And made one blood all nations of men for to dwell on the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed. What I just read? Isaiah 46 and 10. Declaring the end from the beginning. What he say? And have determined the times before appointed. And declaring the end from the beginning. So the end was declared before it even began. And the bounds of their habitations. Nah, he ain't set the bounds for man. He gave man the option to escape. And the bounds of their habitations. Have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. Nah, the Most High ain't thinking that. He just rushed and created the earth and the heavens and all that and forgot the part about when man get the technology, he think he gonna go somewhere. and determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation. Come on, man. You can't leave this earth, man. You can't. And there's water up there. So if you break through that firmament, what's going to happen? Because the Most High got a way to open it to let water drop down like he did in a flood. Come on, man. You think all this stuff wasn't sorted out from the beginning like he said? Come on. It's time to go to some video. Let's go, Esau. Let's go. First video. This Esau right here. His own pit, like the scriptures say.
All right, welcome to the GTFOH show. I'm your host, Matt Billen. In this episode, we're going to be laughing at the moon landing. Happy anniversary, everybody. 50 years ago, they faked going to the moon. It's an amazing accomplishment. Hope they're celebrating with something big, right? Maybe fake going back, or maybe one of those commemorative fake gold coins. Something special. It's a big one, right? 1969, put a man on the moon. That's believable. 240,000 miles away and back on one tank of gas. My computer has more technology than the Apollo missions, but yeah, it's believable. Went to the moon in the 60s. Can't argue with it though, right? Live on TV. That wasn't pre-recorded, that one small step. Live on TV from the moon. Crystal clear. Well, pretty clear. 1969.
But you barely can keep a cell phone signal here on Earth.
We'll
Come
watch some
on, man.
archive footage, watch some YouTube videos. Let's laugh at it. They didn't go to the moon. We'll start at the beginning. Check it out.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon
devices in the man's heart.
other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
They should come to know.
We shall send to the moon 240,000 miles away from the control station in Houston, a giant rocket more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field, made of new metal alloys, some of which have not yet been invented.
Did you say they haven't been invented yet? It's a lot of pressure.
Capable of standing heat and stresses several times more than have ever been experienced, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for propulsion, guidance, control, communications, food, and survival, on an untried mission to an unknown celestial body, and then return it safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at
Come on, man.
speeds of over 25,000
When I
miles
turn
per
my
hour,
phone off.
causing heat about half that on the temperature of the sun, almost as hot as it is here today, and do all this, and do all this, and do it right, and do it first before this dictator's out, then we must be bold.
All right, let's meet the crew and let's get this mission rolling. Going to the moon.
Tomorrow, we, the crew of Apollo 11, are
Look at that man.
privileged to
Tell
represent
he lying. Look at him.
the United States and
Oh man, you come back from the moon, you're gonna be jumping up and down, man. If you really did that. Look at him. You can see the guilt on his face.
I can't tell. Is that fear or is that guilt?
Could you describe your emotions as regards that
Boy, all type of stuff.
fear. Do you harbor any fear, or how would you describe your attitude just before flight? Any one of you, or all? Well,
I certainly wouldn't say
draw straws.
Look,
All right, hold this right here. Let's see where we're at in technology nowadays.
Orion is NASA's next generation.
How would you describe your attitude just before?
our first attempt to take man to another heavenly body.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. Is that fear or is that guilt? Could you describe your emotions as regard that prime human emotion, fear? Do you harbor any fear, or how would you describe your attitude just before flight?
look,
One of
speechless.
you, or all?
They know they ain't do it.
Well,
I certainly wouldn't say
draw straws.
Look,
All right,
clowning.
hold this right here.
Clowning them,
Let's see
man.
where we're at in technology now.
Clowning them. Go to Proverbs chapter 11, verse 12. The book of Proverbs chapter 11, verse 12. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding hold his peace. This is it? Oh, no. The book of Psalms chapter 11, verse 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. Come on, man. Them people's ashamed to sit up there. Let's go back.
All right, let's meet the crew and let's get this mission rolling. Going to the moon.
tomorrow we, the crew of
When pride cometh, cometh shame.
privilege to represent the United States and
Look, they're ashamed, man, that they got to sit up there and lie.
man to another heavenly body.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. Is that,
Proverbs
is that
11,
fear
verse 2.
or is that guilt?
Could you describe your emotions as regard that prime human emotion, fear? Do you
Guilt eating their ass up.
or how would you describe your attitude just before flight?
Look,
Any one of you, or
crickets.
all?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. Look, come on, man. It's guilt eating them up so bad, man, because they got wives at home. They government put them up to do that, man. Them people don't even want to lie, because they know it's a bold-faced lie, man. Bold-faced lie. All right. Now we about to get on. Okay.
All right, hold this right here. Let's see where we're at in technology nowadays.
Orion is NASA's next-generation spacecraft. Built with versatility in mind, it can take astronauts deeper into space than we've ever gone before, to an asteroid or even onto Mars. For these missions, Orion has to be one tough spacecraft, withstanding high speeds, searing temperatures, and extreme radiation. Before we can send astronauts into space on Orion, we have to test all of its systems. And there's only one way to know if we got it right. Fly it in space. We are headed 3,600 miles above Earth. 15 times higher from the
So I
planet.
turn my notifications off. I keep forgetting to do that.
3,600 miles above Earth. You say that like that's a long distance. 240,000 miles away to the moon. 3,600 miles? 50 years later?
As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous.
You hear that?
radiation like this can harm the guidance systems.
For real, they talking about the firmament,
on Orion.
but they made up their own little thing.
Zone twice, once up and once back. But Orion has protection. Shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation. Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for
You talking about first we gotta do this and that? I thought they already done did it. See how these devils lie?
What the fuck? I thought you've already sent them to space through the Van Allen belt. Many, many times.
Come on, man. I'ma show how these devils is some born lies, man. They supposed to did that a whole rack of times, man, already. Cut these notifications on.
Years later.
Let's go back again.
Alright, hold this right here. Let's see where we're at in technology nowadays.
Orion is NASA's next-generation spacecraft. Built with versatility in mind, it can take astronauts deeper into space than we've ever gone before, to an asteroid or even onto Mars. For these missions, Orion has to be one tough spacecraft, withstanding high speeds, searing temperatures, and extreme radiation. Before we can send astronauts into space on Orion, we have to test all of its systems. And there's only one way to know if we got it right: fly it in space. We are headed 3,600 miles above Earth, 15 times higher from the planet than the International Space Station.
3,600 miles above Earth? You say that like that's a long distance. 240,000 miles away to the moon. 3,600 miles? 50 years later?
As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation. Radiation like
Yeah,
this.
you hear him. He said this what they gotta do first before they can go into space. I thought they went up there 6 times already.
Once up and once back. But Orion has protection. Shielding will be put to the test as the vehicle cuts through the waves of radiation. Sensors aboard will record radiation levels for scientists to study. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
What the fuck? I thought you've already sent them to space through the Van Allen belt. Many, many times. Well, you gotta study it again 50 years later.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next series of steps that humans do. The first step should be going back to the moon for a number of technical reasons and exploration reasons, and then after that, Mars, maybe high orbit in Venus atmosphere, maybe going.
You hear that?
There's all kinds of targets to go to, places of interest in our solar.
Let's go back.
There's all kinds of targets to go to, places of interest in. I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We use.
Come on, man. You heard what he just said? So how's you talking about going somewhere else? Come on, man. Let me go to this Van Allen belt ladder. It say there was no shortage of threats facing Apollo astronauts on missions to the moon, like radiation, specifically the dense radiation environment of the Van Allen belts that surrounded our planet when it launched Apollo missions through the Van Allen belts on the path to the moon. Didn't it just say they just did that? Didn't I just read that? See how these devils lie, man. Let's see how they lie.
Alright, hold this right here. Let's see where we're at in technology nowadays.
Orion is NASA's next-generation spacecraft. Built with versatility in mind, it can take astronauts deeper into space than we've ever gone before, to an asteroid or even onto Mars. For these missions, Orion has to be one tough spacecraft, withstanding high speeds, searing temperatures, and extreme radiation. Before we can send astronauts into space on Orion, we have to test all of its systems. And there's only one way to know if we got it right: fly it in space. We are headed 3,600 miles above Earth, 15 times higher from the planet than the International Space Station.
See how he putting that?
3,600 miles above Earth.
But I thought they went to the moon already.
Distance. 240,000 miles away to the moon. 3,600 miles? 50 years later?
As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation.
And you see that? His whole spiel was they can't get into the space until they overcome them obstacles. But let's go ahead. Let's see what they already done said. It say there was no shortage of threats facing Apollo astronauts on missions to the moon, like radiation, specifically the dense radiation environment of the Van Allen belts that surrounded our planet when it launched Apollo missions through the Van Allen belts on a path to the moon. NASA didn't just hope for the best. The agency had studied the Van Allen problem as it were knew the risk and made the decision to go anyway. And not one astronaut died from the passing through the Van Allen belt. But didn't that devil just say they can't go out into space until they figure out how to get through the Van Allen belts, man? Didn't he just act like 3,600 miles will be a major accomplishment when the moon supposed to be 240,000 miles away, according to them? You just seen it. They bold-faced lies, man. And what the other Edomites say, we can't go to the moon no more. We got rid of the information. Where this devil at?
That should be going back to the moon for a number of technical reasons and exploration reasons. Okay. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back into
Space through the Van Allen belt. Many, many times. Well, you gotta study it again 50 years later.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that.
That's a fake Jew right there. These people's just some devils, man.
Back again. But
Man, you hear that, man? Let me go to Proverbs, man. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 17. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. A heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift and run into mischief. Let's go back.
The through the Van Allen belt many, many times. Well, you got to study it again 50 years later.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
A proud look.
The problem is we don't have the technology to do
A
that.
lying tongue.
But we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process.
Verse 18. A heart that deviseth
should be
wicked imaginations.
the next series.
Come on, man.
First step should be going back to the moon for a number of technical reasons. I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
A proud look.
We don't have the technology to do that anymore.
A lying tongue.
But we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next.
And a heart that deviseth a wicked imagination.
Back to the moon.
Come on, man. Most High say he created the bounds of man to dwell on the earth, man. What it say? A proud look, a lying tongue. Jump to 18. And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. Come on, man. That's what these devils is, man. Let's go to let's go to Psalms 58 and 3.
And exploration reasons, and then after that, Mars, maybe
The space through the Van Allen belt.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 3.
Well, you got to study it again 50 years later.
The wicked are strayed from the womb. They go astray speaking lies.
We used to, but we destroyed that technology.
Estranged from the womb.
It's a painful process to build it back.
They go astray soon as they be born speaking lies.
One of the next.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
First step should be going back to the moon for a number of.
They're like the death adder to stop of her ear. Come on, man. Come on, man. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray soon as they be born speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth her ear. They science got our people ears stopped up. Because now the big thing is, if it ain't about science, it ain't about nothing. You get to going in these scriptures. They act like science is not in these scriptures. The Most I tell you in the beginning, he created the heavens and the earth. If that ain't science, I don't know what it is. And there's a lot of other scientific stuff in here. All right. Let's show how these devils be. Let's show how they be speaking lies. Let's go to the Apollo program was designed to land humans on the moon and bring them safely back to Earth. 6 of the missions. They fake, that's their number 6. They fake went to the moon 6 times. Come on, man. We got to stop being dumb, man, and start researching, man. Apollo 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And the other 2 ones they talking about, they posted this winning Earth orbit. It say to bring them safe. The Apollo program was designed to land humans on the moon and bring them safely back to Earth. 6 of the missions. They say they went six times they land on the moon. Let's go to Revelations 13 and 8. To show that, come on now, that's that Freemason stuff. That's they symbol, they number they gonna keep pushing. Let's prove it. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. 3 score, a score is 20, but 3 score is 60 and 6. It say, and his number is 636. So that's 666. The Apollo program was designed to land humans on the moon and bring them safely back to Earth. 6 of the missions achieved this goal. Come on now. This is a satanic kingdom, man. This is a satanic kingdom. Know what I mean? A satanic kingdom. Let's go to this video right here.
Here's where they say that the dissertation contains a certain formula of brightness of the sky at Earth, unmovable, and
This talking about the firmament.
overhead with the firmament, there's the sun. And of course, the sun does not provide all the light, because the scripture tells us that on the first day of creation, God said, "Let there be light." And on the fourth day of creation, God created the sun and the moon and the stars for seasons. And so it's important to know that there is light coming from the firmament. And the firmament was experimented upon in 1957 by the Russian government. And the United States knows about it, and they've been keeping it a secret. I don't know what you call that.
See that? He pulled documents up to show. Hold up.
Was done in 1956. And so they wanted to know how light is actually distributed in the firmament, how light scatters throughout the atmosphere. And they were, and the truth shall set you free.
That was a CIA document he was bringing out. I said 6 minutes.
We are on a flat earth, unmovable, and
this a document he reading.
Head with the firmament.
A CIA document.
And of course, the sun does not provide all the light, because the scripture tells us that on the first day of creation, God said, "Let there be light." And on the fourth day of creation, God created the sun and the moon and the stars for seasons. And so it's important to know that there is light coming from the firmament. And the firmament was experimented upon in 1957 by the Russian government. And the United States knows about it, and they've been keeping it a secret.
So you hear that, right? They've been doing studies on this firmament forever, man. Let's go to Proverbs 6 and 18. Book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 18. A heart that deviseth wicked imaginations feet that be swift to run into mischief. Let's go to Sirach 19 and 23. So this episode is the firmament and the stars. The book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 23. There is a wickedness and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting wisdom. Man, these devils want to get thinking they gonna get out the firmament, man. They want the technology and the understanding to get out the firmament. That's what they think they gonna get. That's what they think they gonna get, man. They think they gonna get knowledge to get out the firmament. What it say? And there is a fool wanting wisdom. Let's go to Genesis. Let's see what wisdom these fools want. Let's go to Genesis chapter 6. The book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Let's go back. Let's go back to Proverbs 6 and 18. It say, a heart, talking about your mind, that deviseth wicked imaginations. Let's go to let's jump over here, Genesis 6 and 5. And the Most High Yahawahs saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Man, that's all these devils do is think of evil schemes, man, to do on the people. Just like they gave the Tuskegee Airmen syphilis. Gave them men, black men, Negroes. Gave them syphilis and sat back and let it run its course to see what it do to you. Syphilis make you go blind, make you sterile, it make you go crazy. Al Capone had syphilis in jail, he started going crazy. Called syphilis. It say they think of evil continually, man. And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. That's all these devils do is sit in think tanks and come up with wicked schemes, man. Our people keep getting caught up in this kingdom. This is an evil kingdom, man. Let's go to Genesis 1 and 6. So that brother brought out documents showing how the CIA and the Russian government and United States government was in cahoots doing tests and observing the firmament, man. To this day. Let's go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Verse 7. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. Verse 8. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So that's the schemes these devils, man. They thinking they gonna keep coming up with plans. So okay, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. It's a CIA video.
This study was done in 1956. And so they wanted to know how light is actually.
Hold on, let me see something real quick. So what was this video right here? 6 minutes to 57. Let me see. I don't know what this is right here. 6 minutes to 6:50. Let's go back.
Distributed in the firmament, how light scatters throughout the atmosphere. And this study was done in 1956. And so they wanted to know how light is actually distributed uh, in the firmament, how light scatters in the atmosphere. And they wanted to calculate different multiple light scattering in the atmosphere. So it appears from this study that they're doing is that light does not just come from the sun, but light also comes from the firmament. And so let's see if I can find. I had to.
But that's what the stars up there for, adding additional light.
Focus on it. So here it is here, and it's talking about. I took a picture of it so that people would be able to see it here. And this one here is talking about the brightness of the firmament in the daytime sky. And this was done by, again, the doctors of physical mathematics and science. And they talk about all of the different ways that the light is scattered, the brightness of the firmament. There it is there. So here it is right here.
See, these devils know, man. They know they can't leave this earth.
Can you see that? They're talking about the brightness of the firmament. Now, what is the firmament? The Bible says the firmament is the rakia, the hard dome that is over the earth. So, could it be that the professors have discovered a firmament in the sky?
You hear that?
That's very interesting, right?
You hear that? Because they did. They know. They know. Let's go to Job 37 and 18. Has thou with him spread out the sky which is strong and as a molten looking glass? Come on, man. These devils know, man. You already said, as them scientists.
That the professors have discovered a firmament in the sky. And that's very interesting, right? Here's where they say that the Bible says the firmament is the rakia, the hard dome that is over the earth. So could it be that the professors have discovered a firmament in the sky?
Has thou with him spread out the sky which is strong and as a molten looking glass? Come on, man. That's a clue letting you know what he just said. That links up with that, man. A molten looking glass. That's how the sky look. But that glass on the end let you know it's something hard up there. It's different levels to the firmament. Know what I mean? let's go to Operation Dominant. Operation Dominant. Ladder. So he heard him say they was running tests in 1957, 59 or 52 or something. This one of the operations they was running on the firmament. Called Operation Dominant, meaning of God. Dome of God or something like that. The Dome of God. Something got something to do with Yahawah. Operation Dominic was a series of 31 nuclear test explosions with a 38.1 mount total yield conducted in 1962 by the United States in the Pacific. The test series was scheduled quickly in order to respond in kind to the Soviet resumption of testing after the tactic 1958-1961 test moratorium. Most of these shots were conducted with free fall bombs dropping. Okay, jump down. The Thor missile was also used to lift warheads into near space to conduct high altitude nuclear explosion tests. These shots were collectively called Operation Fishbowl. So they've been trying to test that firmament for years, man. The Thor missile, that's one of their gods. They've been at war with the Most High, man, doing little sneaky stuff, trying to defy his earth and his commandments, man. It's a 20 of these shots were to test new weapon designs, 6 to test weapons effects. So they shot 6 missiles up at the firmament. It's a weapons effects. They did 6 tests. That's they remember I said 666. 6 to test weapons effects and several shots to confirm the reliability of existing weapons. So they did other tests of old weapons, but the 6 main new weapons, they number 6, they tested on the front. The Thor missile, Thor, was also used to lift warheads into near space to conduct high altitude nuclear explosion tests. These shots were collectively called Operation Fishbowl. Why would the operation be called Operation Fishbowl? If you can just, it's just an open thing up there, you can just get out and go and come as you want. Why they call it Operation Fishbowl? What gave them the idea to make aquariums and all that? Come on now, you gotta think. Let's go. Let's go to this video.
General Starbird and his staff.
This Operation Dominic, what I was just reading. Let start, yeah.
Spread across some 15 million square miles of the Pacific, the 1962 Overseas Nuclear Test Series was an undertaking of impressive proportions. The test program, under the code name of Operation Dominic, required a technical and operational buildup of unprecedented scope planning, preparation, and deployment, all on a tighter time scale than ever before attempted in overseas nuclear test operations. Concurrent testing at 4 widely separated points was necessary to meet these requirements. Off Christmas Island, a series of weapon development airdrop tests was made, followed by later drops in the Johnston Island danger area. All drop aircraft staged from Hawaii. A Polaris weapon system test was launched from the open sea into the northeast corner of the Christmas Island danger area. A combined ASROC anti-submarine weapon system and underwater effects test took place in the open ocean several hundred miles off San Diego. And high-altitude nuclear-tipped missiles were launched from Johnston Island.
You hear that?
Instrumentation to gather weapon effects data distributed over wide areas of the Pacific Ocean basin.
Come on, man.
All were prescribed for completion in the shortest feasible time. Here are the highlights from the high-priority inception of the operation to its successful termination. Operation Dominic was triggered by the Soviet resumption of atmospheric nuclear testing in September 1964.
You hear that? They was doing it too.
Under presidential direction, on 24 October 1962, activated Joint Task Force 8 under the command of Major General Alfred D. Starbird to prepare for a series of nuclear tests in the Pacific. The job handed General Starbird and his staff was
you hear that? Let's go to okay. So you seen how they in they think tank getting it together. Now let's see.
Johnston Island was the center
He said Johnston Island, right? This fishbowl.
1962 high-altitude weapon effects testing termed Operation Fishbowl. At the northwestern end of the island was the Thor launch complex, joined later by Nike Hercules and Stripey units.
You heard that? Nike Hercules, man.
Fishbowl, nuclear detonations rent the sky
Look.
5 times over the Johnston Island.
They shooting up there at the firmament, man. You heard that? Nike Hercules, man, was the name of the missiles, man. There was some of the missiles. One missile called Nike Hercules. Come on, man. We in modern day Rome, man. It's the future. These the Romans of the future, man. These the same Romans from back then. We just in the future. See what they named the bombs? Thor, Nike Hercules. What kind of shoes we be wearing? Nikes and all that. Nike is one of their gods, man. One of them Greek gods. All right. You heard it say Operation Fishbowl. Let's hear the recording video back.
Thinking about a new car? Raise your FICO score first.
To the young people in particular, I hope you will hear this. I have, as Tim said, spent my entire adult life fighting for what I believe in. I've had successes and I've had setbacks, sometimes really painful ones. Many of you are at the beginning of your professional, public, and political careers. You will have successes and setbacks too. This loss hurts, but please never stop believing that fighting for what's right is worth it.
Watch how these devils slip up.
It is worth it. And so we need you to keep up these fights now and for the rest of your lives. And to all the women, and especially the young women who put their faith in this campaign and in me, I want you to know that nothing has made me prouder than to be your champion.
Watch, here it come. Watch. Watch it. Watch a little in between the line stuff.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
You hear that? In other words, she tried, instead of saying the sky's the limit, she banged that.
Someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
Instead of saying sky's the limit, watch how she put it.
Still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
See how proud them devils is, man? That was subliminal right there. Let's go to Job 37:23. Touching the Almighty, we cannot find him out. He is excellent in power. Come on, man. These devils can't find Yahawahs, man. Talking about some some glass ceiling, touching that hardest glass ceiling someday and all that. We still haven't shattered the highest glass ceiling. Go to another video to piggyback of what she said, because she's a pig. Alright. This in a cartoon. The truth all around you, bits and pieces of it.
Help the mayor and Waldo clean up the dome. It's a huge mess. They'll never finish it alone. Okay, we can help. That's
See, they add sci-fi with it to throw you off, but watch they show you the truth in it though.
All the kids in Perfectamundo to help.
How we gonna do that? We already gotta fix the problem with the Digifizz. The mayor gave us less than an hour.
We can do both. We can get out the filters and ask kids to help clean the dome. My friends from Inventor Scouts will help us.
I see. The Inventor Scouts will hand out the filters and spread the word about cleaning the dome. Raz, you're a genius. So how many scouts are in each group?
4.
How many groups in each school?
10.
And how many schools have scouts?
All 6.
That's a total of 240 Inventor Scouts. And if each scout talks to 10 kids and gives them each a filter, we'll reach 2,400 kids.
And to contact all those kids, I only have
got
to
a black, got an Eve right there.
School.
Then everyone can meet us in town square. We'll help clean the dome, and then we'll celebrate with Digifizz.
Start calling.
Wow, this is gonna get to it. They getting prepared. But watch what they getting prepared to do.
Hey everyone,
look.
Thanks for coming. Listen up to what my partner has to say. Take it away, Raz.
When I invented Digifizz, I wanted the sparkles to go really, really high.
Some type of cleaning stuff he made.
Tiny amount of propellant into each canister. I didn't know it would stick.
Look, they give you mixed aliens and stuff in there to throw you off. But watch this.
Such a tiny amount, you wouldn't think it would matter.
Got the black woman right there.
All the Digifizz we gave out, it created a really big problem.
So the first thing we gotta do is clean the dome.
Each of us only has to do one little thing, but if we all do it, the effect will multiply.
So if it's some alien stuff, why is it humans right there?
If we each clean a small part of the dome, we can get the job done in a jiffy.
Everybody ready?
Look. Watch what's gonna be up there outside the dome. Watch.
We did it! You guys are awesome. Now let's celebrate. Did you all put the filters on your Digifizz?
And let's rock it! And
should be really digging me more now.
Oh, she loves you.
I'm at 4-6.
Yeah, she's got a crush on you.
Oh, let go of me! What's a vicious plan? Let me go!
Stay right where you are. It's highway chase for real.
Look, watch this.
Your birthday? I thought your birthday was in March. No, I said it's birthday. There's a rally in the park and a bunch of us are going.
See how that stuff go together? It was a lot of garbage mixed up in there, a little kid cartoon. But you see what they had to clean up. They was cleaning that dome. Look. Cleaning the dome. Look at the sun.
You guys are awesome.
Seen that? Clean the dome so the sun can shine through. Giving you truth. I'm just getting started, man. Where I'm at. Genesis. Genesis chapter 1, verse 6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under heaven from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. Let's go to this firmament ladder. In biblical cosmology, our forefathers' knowledge, the firmament is the structure above the atmosphere of Earth, conceived as a vast solid dome according to Genesis, creation narrative. God created the firmament to separate, okay, the waters above the earth from the waters below the earth. Conceived as a vast, it's a vast. So you don't know how big it is, how far it stretch, or how high it go, or how many levels it is to it. All right, I got some more. All right. Now this scientific team, this science team, watch what they do.
Probiotics and fiber.
Our mission as the civilian space exploration team is to be the first civilian team in history to launch a rocket that reaches space.
I ain't even mad or nothing. Cut the light off.
All systems are go for launch. You have 10 seconds. 9.
This is an independent science team.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They shooting a rocket up, straight up. Got a camera on it. Don't spin it. Watch, it's still spinning fast. Look at the earth down there spinning, so it's still spinning. Watch what happens. Look. Hit the firmament up there, man. Hit something. Look, you can hear the sound. That's another camera view. Look. Come on, man. These devils, man. You can't leave this earth, man. Let's go to, all right. Got another jump. This Russia shooting a rocket up. Zero to 216. Gosh. Look, they shooting a rocket up there. Look. Look, watch the rocket hit something. Boom. You seen that? This suddenly hit. Look, see that right there? That's when it hit. See the disperse of the energy? It's a Russian rocket. Remember way in the beginning, them operations, the Russians and the United States was running back in the 50s and 60s. They still running them. Look, see it hit? See that joint hit something. That little light, that's my camera on my computer. You seen it. Look, boom. See that, man? All right, got another jump. This a balloon somebody sent up there. I ain't even get that video where Esau and them showed, man. They went up there on this movie where this man supposed to went up out there and it was water up there. He ran into. Look. See that balloon, man? It's spinning out. It's hitting something. Listen. Wind it back. This a balloon. Let me cut this off. This is a balloon. It's way up there. It's ready to hit. Watch the sounds of it. It's going to hit and it's going to stop. You will see it. Look, spinning out of control because it's hitting something up there. Look. That's the balloon. Going crazy now because it can't go no further. Enough of that, man. You see that, man? Come on, man. got some more ways to get on. Let's go to this next video. Now, this refraction right here. Refraction is the way light look when it travels through water or glass or whatever.
I raised my credit score by
This is a fraction video. People researching this stuff out, studying, using telescopes, the whole nine, man. Scriptures tell you they counsel gonna be against them. Oh. Look. And if somebody in a plane, you got a sky look up there. He probably in Alaska somewhere far. Look. Up on a ski slope somewhere. Look how it's looking. See that rainbow? Look how the light looking. Come on, man. Keep breaking these devils down, man. Come on, man. Let's go to refraction. So that was a video showing you what refraction is. Now I'm going to go to the definition of refraction. Deflection. Hold on. I think I got two letters. Let me see. All right. I got this. Let me see. What's this? All right. Refraction. Refraction. Deflection from a straight path undergone by light ray or energy wave in passing obliquely from one medium such as air into another such as glass, in which its velocity is different. The change in the apparent was okay. Another definition. The action of distorting an image by viewing through a medium, glass, water, air, and instant of the okay. Okay, I got a experiment to show. All right. Two videos. So now we about to see what refract. What you seen, that man up there on the ski slope, every through thing, he was showing you where he was at, how I was looking. To prove that it's a dome up there. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go.
We're laughing, for at one point, we see a band of white light. As we continue to move the screen further, colors that occur when you pass white light through a prism. So he obtained a triangular prism, and he passed some white light through it, and he saw a rainbow, just like he expected. But then he noticed something. In the direction that the colors were spread, the The pattern was much wider than it should be based on the system geometry if light obeyed this fixed sign ratio law. So we did some experiments. We separated out individual colors in the spectrum and passed them through additional prisms. And what we came to realize was that all the colors in this spectrum are their own form of light, and they all experience a different refractive index on traveling through these prisms. So this led to the conclusion that the white light entering the prism wasn't really white. It was a combination of all these different colors, and that all the prism was doing was separating them in an angle by this varying refractive index.
You seen that?
This is interesting.
All right, I gotta know.
The divergence spectrum.
So now,
I want to show you something neat. Really the simple stuff. We have an optical prism here, and I'm not going to enter the light beam. I'm going to get really close, and you can actually see how we have a red divergence is actually arcing out like a corollas on the divergence spectrum as it's gone through the prism from sunlight. Now I'm going to show you something else neat, and this has to do with the spectrum capacitance of regular sunlight. I'm not actually going to touch the shadow, touch the light with the neodymium. This is a 2x2 by 1 inch neodymium iron boron block.
come on, man.
I have covered with black tape so it's not reflective. I want to show you something neat.
See how that looks?
Simple stuff. We have an optical prism here.
Can't hardly see that one. I'm gonna skip that. Well, go back to this jump.
The divergent spectrum. I want to show you something neat. Really the simple stuff. We have an optical prism here, and I'm not going to
overlap until at one point we see a band of white light prism to make these colors. So what we really need is an experiment.
See that prism over there? And you see that rainbow at the end? That light coming one direction and bend and go that way?
You start with the same system you had before.
That's called refractions.
System.
All right. So this shows you that, right? Let's see what this look like.
God, it's so bright and vivid. Oh!
This shows you that light going through that prism.
It's a full rainbow. All the way. Double rainbow. Oh my God. It's a double rainbow all the way. Whoa, that's so intense.
Come on, man.
Wow.
You see something.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can see another color of light. Look.
Oh my God.
Look.
Woo!
See that rainbow?
Oh, wow! Woo! Yeah!
Look, Esau going off. He amazed by it. Confounded. Look.
Oh my God, look at that. It's starting to even look like a triple rainbow. Oh my God, it's full on. Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Look. The light coming through the firmament, man.
Oh my God. Oh God. What does this mean? Oh my God.
See that?
Oh God. It's so bright.
Told you, look.
Oh my God.
You can see it on my phone. Look. Esau amazed, man. Look.
Oh my God. Oh God. It's so bright. Oh my God. It's
Look.
so bright and vivid. Oh.
See that, right? Got another one. These rainbows, this refraction, what I was talking about. Prove it's a firmament up there, man. These real rainbows. The plane landing. Man, that's enough, man. I got enough on that. Prove my point on that. Let's go to Sirach 43. Just the visual part of these classes. Give you a lot of visual. Sirach 43 and 11. Look upon the rainbow and praise him that made it. Very beautiful it is in the brightness thereof. Verse 12. It compasseth the heaven about with a glorious circle, and the hands of the Most High have bended it. You heard that? Say with a glorious circle, man. Look. Look at that joint. Come on, man. It compasses the heaven about with a glorious circle, and the hands of the Most High have bended it. How he bended it? He got light shining down through the firmament, man, that's going to make that. I showed you in that prism experiment. That refraction experiment. Let's go to Genesis 9, verse 13. Book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 13. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. Sirach 43:11. Look upon the rainbow and praise him that made it. Very beautiful it is in the brightness thereof. It compasseth the heaven about with a glorious circle, and the hands of the Most High have bended it. Nah, Esau bended it. And the hands of the Most High bended it. Nah, the process of accretion formed everything and bended the rainbow. And the hands of the Most High have bended it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, let's go. Let's go, Esau. All right. This last coming down the back stretch. I should cut this joint and come back to do this whole joint. All right. So this part, that's powerful. I'm about to chop it and start up a par 5 to do this other half right here. So I can have one full jump to do. Because I don't know if I'm going to get all this in. Let me see. How much time left? I don't know. I'm gonna try to squeeze everything in. We gonna see. We gonna see. I don't think I can do it. Let me check. I might can do it. Let's keep going. So I gave you the Hillary Clinton video. Already did that with that preset. Let's go to Warner Von Von. This supposed to be the man that created NASA. I mean, created the rocket to get them to the moon. Warner Von Von, this Nazi scientist, they saying gave them the technology. Show you how these devils be lying, man. Hitler and all that. They supposed to have all this technology and all this science and all that. Showing how they was making rockets and all that. And this Warner Von Braun, he supposed to have been this top scientist. Yo, seeing them rockets falling. Come on, man. Jones flying all whack. Like, they ain't had that stuff mastered back then, man. Look. Oh, that's when the United States fake captured them, fake brung them over here. That's him, Warner Von Braun. Watch what this devil do. Them supposed to be all the Nazi scientists United States had fake captured and brought over here. So, trying to find my charger. These all they little experiments. This is a story about Warner Von Braun. The United States forced that man to lie, man. Look, that's the precursor to CGI right there. It's giving you animation. Stanley Kubrick, man, the director. They all them coerced, look, plotted together, man, to plotted together so they can come up with a scheme to do that. Look at the flag blowing in the wind. Come on, man, ain't no wind up there. Showing they on a movie set, look. Oh, man. Showing how they added stuff on pictures, man. Look at the dirt. Look at that, man. No stars in the background. That little white dot, that's my camera. Look on his gravestone. Look what he got. Psalms 19:1. Look, Warner Von Braun. That's on his tombstone. Come on, man. You see that? That's on his tombstone. Psalms 19:1. They just gave a little history on Warner Von Braun right there. Let's go to Psalms 19:1. Book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 1. Book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows his handiwork. Come on, man. Warner Von Braun gave the props to the Most High for creating the firmament. That's him telling you right there on his gravestone. He gave Warner Von Braun gave the Most High's props, man, for creating the firmament. It's right there. Let's go to Genesis 1:20. Book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 20. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly moving creature that have life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament. Open firmament of heaven. All right, let's go to Psalms 150:1. Psalms 150:1. Praise ye the Lord. Praise God in his sanctuary. Praise him in the firmament of his power. Telling you over and over about the firmament, man. All right, so that was the firmament part right there. Now, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it now and start back up and get on about the firmament and the stars, man. Now we about to get on these stars. Just got off the firmament part. Shabbat shalom, shalom, shalom. Shabbat shalom. It's part 4, about to dip off to part 5.